Right now, a massive storm system is barreling across the United States, and it is not slowing down. From Wednesday through Saturday, over 270 cities are in the direct path of tornadoes, baseball-sized hail, and destructive straight-line winds. The Storm Prediction Center has just issued a rare day 430% risk area, and that is a major red flag. If you live anywhere from Texas to Wisconsin, this video could save your life. Stay with me, because at the 5-minute mark, I am going to break down the exact hour-by-hour timing for every major city in the path of this outbreak. But first, here is why this system is so dangerous. We are not dealing with one round of storms. We are dealing with 4 consecutive days of severe weather, each one escalating in intensity. Wednesday is the appetizer. Thursday raises the stakes, Friday is the main event, and Saturday delivers the knockout punch to the Gulf Coast. The last time we saw a setup with this much energy stacked into 1 week, we had dozens of tornadoes on the ground in a single evening. Now here is what makes this week different from a typical spring storm. The jet stream is screaming across the southern plains at 60 to 80 knots. That is 70 to 92 miles per hour at mid-levels of the atmosphere. When you combine that with Gulf moisture surging northward, dew points climbing into the upper 60s, and a sharpening dry line acting as a trigger, you get the perfect recipe for violent supercell thunderstorms. And I have not even told you the worst part yet. Do not skip ahead. The information coming in the next 60 seconds changes everything about how you should prepare. The convective available potential energy values, that is the fuel that powers thunderstorms, are forecast to reach 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram across the warm sector. For context, anything above 1,000 joules per kilogram is considered enough to produce severe storms. We are looking at double that in some areas by Friday afternoon. Let me walk you through this day by day, city by city. Grab a pen if you need to, because I am about to cover every major metro area in the crosshairs. Wednesday, March 4th. This is day 1. Storms fire between 5 and 6 in the evening Central Time. The main threat zone stretches from Dallas-Fort Worth through Little Rock, Arkansas, up to southern Illinois. Here is your city-by-city breakdown. Dallas-Fort Worth. Storms arrive around 5:30 in the evening. Expect large hail up to golf ball size and damaging wind gusts near 60 miles per hour. The tornado risk is low but not zero. A 2% chance exists within 25 miles of any point in the risk zone. Oklahoma City, you catch the tail end of this round. Storms push through between 7 and 9 in the evening, mainly a hail and wind threat. Fort Smith, Arkansas, and Fayetteville, storms roll in between 6 and 8 in the evening. Damaging hail is the primary concern. Little Rock, expect storms between 7 and 10 in the evening with heavy rain and embedded severe cells. Springfield, Missouri, and Branson, storms arrive around 7 in the evening and continue past midnight. Flash flooding is a serious concern here as storms train over the same areas repeatedly. Mount Vernon, Illinois, Carbondale, and Evansville, Indiana, you are on the northern edge. Storms reach you between 8 in the evening and midnight. Meanwhile, up in the Ohio Valley, a completely different problem is unfolding. Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and Bloomington, Illinois are dealing with training thunderstorms that dump 2 to 4 inches of rain overnight into Thursday morning. Flash flood watches should be expected. This is not a tornado threat for you. This is a flooding threat, and it is just as dangerous. Now here is the twist nobody is talking about. While everyone is focused on the southern plains Wednesday evening, the atmosphere is quietly reloading for something much bigger. Thursday, March 5th, the severe weather threat shifts westward into the high plains. This is where monster hail becomes the headline. The dry line sharpens across West Texas and the Texas Panhandle late Thursday afternoon. Around sunset, isolated supercells explode along that boundary. Amarillo, Texas, supercells fire between 5 and 7 in the evening. Hail the size of baseballs is possible. This is not an exaggeration. The wind shear profile strongly favors large hail production. Lubbock, storms develop between 4:30 and 6:30 in the evening along the dry line. Wichita Falls, you are in the transition zone. Storms approach between 7 and 9 in the evening as cells race eastward. Oklahoma City, round 2 hits you Thursday night between 9 in the evening and midnight. These storms will be stronger than Wednesday's S round. The tornado threat on Thursday is higher than Wednesday. If you live in the Texas Panhandle, Thursday evening is when you need your weather radio on and your alerts turned up. Do not go to bed without a way to receive warnings. And now we arrive at the part I promised you. Friday, March 6th. This is the day that has every meteorologist on edge. Here is why Friday is the main event. A deep upper-level trough ejects out of the Rockies with a powerful jet streak on its nose. At the surface, a rapidly deepening low-pressure system pulls a massive surge of Gulf moisture northward. Dew points in the mid to upper 60s push as far north as Kansas City. The warm sector is wide open. The wind shear is extreme. This is a textbook tornado outbreak setup. The Storm Prediction Center already has a 3 out of 5 enhanced risk stretching from Oklahoma City through Kansas City and into St. Joseph, Missouri. That orange shading on the Outlook map this far in advance is almost unheard of. Here is the hour-by-hour timing for Friday. Oklahoma City supercells develop between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. This is prime tornado time. Large hail, damaging winds, and significant tornadoes are all on the table. Wichita, Kansas, storms arrive between 3 and 5 in the afternoon. You are right in the enhanced risk zone. Kansas City, the squall line reaches you between 6 and 9 in the evening. Damaging winds over 70 miles per hour are the primary threat as storms congeal into a line. Topeka, storms hit between 5 and 7 in the evening. Tulsa, severe weather pushes through between 4 and 7 in the evening. Springfield, Missouri, and Joplin, round 2 of severe weather arrives between 7 and 10 in the evening. St. Louis, the squall line reaches you between 9 in the evening and midnight with destructive wind gusts. Des Moines, Iowa, and Omaha, Nebraska, you are on the northern flank. Isolated severe storms are possible between 5 and 8 in the evening. Madison, Wisconsin, and Milwaukee, isolated severe weather reaches you between 7 and 10 in the evening as the system races northeast. And here is the part that makes Friday even more dangerous. The severe weather does not stop at sunset. The squall line continues to push east through the overnight hours. Nocturnal tornadoes are the deadliest kind because people are asleep. If you live anywhere from the lower Missouri Valley to the Mississippi Valley, keep your phone alerts on all night Friday. Saturday, March 7th. The cold front sags southeast and the final round targets the Gulf Coast and lower Mississippi Valley. Houston, Beaumont, and Corpus Christi, Texas, severe storms are possible from the morning through the afternoon. Dew points in the 60s keep the atmosphere volatile. Lake Charles, Louisiana, and Monroe, storms push through between noon and 6 in the evening. Jackson, Mississippi, severe weather arrives between 2 and 6 in the evening. This is still a tornado-capable setup. Nashville, Tennessee, and Louisville, Kentucky, isolated severe weather is possible between 4 and 8 in the evening as the front pushes through. The dew points will be lower here in the 50s, so the threat is reduced but not eliminated. Columbus, Ohio, and Charleston, West Virginia, you are on the far edge. Isolated strong storms are possible Saturday evening. Now, for everyone in the Northeast, you are dealing with a completely different threat this week. An ice storm is moving through Wednesday morning. Portland, Maine, Augusta, and Concord, New Hampshire expect 1 to 3 inches of snow with a glaze of ice up to 1/10 of an inch. That is enough to make roads treacherous. Leave extra time for your Wednesday morning commute. Boston, Hartford, and Providence, freezing drizzle is the main concern. Accumulations will be light but enough to cause accidents. Out west, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle are getting about an inch of rain through Thursday morning. The Cascades and northern Rockies are picking up several feet of snow at higher elevations. Denver, a light snow event is possible, but nothing major. Now, here is what you need to do right now if you are in any of the areas I just mentioned. First, make sure you have a way to receive severe weather warnings overnight. A weather radio or a phone app with loud alerts. Second, know where your safe room is. An interior room on the lowest floor away from windows. Third, have shoes and a flashlight next to your bed Friday night. Nocturnal tornadoes give you seconds to react, not minutes. And we are not done yet. Looking into next week, the models are showing another powerful storm system developing around Tuesday, March 10th and Wednesday, March 11th. Early signals point to another round of severe weather in the warm sector, heavy snow on the northwest side of the low, and an ice threat in between. Plus, a major cold front is expected to bring sustainable cold air through the middle of March. This storm train is not stopping anytime soon. I want to hear from you right now. Drop a comment with your city and state so I can give you a specific forecast in the next video. If you are in one of the 270-plus cities I just covered, tell me, and I will make sure your area gets extra attention in tomorrow's update. Do not miss the next video. I am going to have high-resolution model data that will show you exactly where supercells are most likely to develop on Friday, down to the county level. That data is not available yet, but when it drops, you will see it here first. Stay safe out there. I will see you in the